Hello, hello. Sorry if I sound kind of sniffly right now. I'm getting hit by the allergy train. But hello, chat. Sorry for skipping out yesterday. I was not feeling daijobu yesterday. The full moon was affecting me. Also, we had an earthquake the night before, so that was fun. So I think I hit stress capacity. So apologies for that. But hello, dear mother of mine. Hello, Sloth. Hello, Bull. Hi, Lindy. Hi, Kairu. Who else is here? Hi, Usagi. Hi, I hope you're okay. Yeah, I'm good now. I think I hit stress overload, I think. Had too much on my plate, and I was like, you know what? I'm not feeling great. So I mostly just mentally I wasn't feeling great. So I think I needed to step back and have a breather. And it sometimes happens. You just gotta step back for a little bit. And I was just majorly no thoughts, head empty, like throughout the day. So, but I'm doing a lot better today. Obviously, because we're here. But yes, today is the day. We voted. I don't see any other votes. Hi, Dr. Dreads. We've had 12 votes on what job I am changing in Final Fantasy XIV. And it seems we have by one vote, it was between Gladiator or Paladin or Archer / Bard, and it seems by one vote, it is the Archer / Bard. That's what we're changing to. This isn't going to be a permanent job change. It's going to be my job until my 2.0. That will be this character's job until then. So that's what you all voted on. So yeah. I'm ending it. Use maracas as a weapon. I wish I could. So yeah, that's the plan. We're doing that tonight, and as I mentioned earlier, there will be no stream next week. As I mentioned, Mama Kitsune is going to be coming into town. Thank you for the glasses. She's coming into town, and I'm taking her to a concert for her birthday. So we're going to be doing that. And then after that, I am going to be heading down to go visit Lindy. Hi, Lee. Yeah, I'm going to be visiting Lindy right after. So I won't be back until the week after. I will be coming back that following Wednesday. So it'll be like Guild Wars time, So I will be gone throughout the week, but I will be back. So yeah, I have also been using your donations wisely. And I have been getting in the commissions for my 2.0 assets. I've so far commissioned a backdrop, some new emotes. I've also been hitting up Skeb for some talented artists on there for a starting screen and a stinger. So I've been using those very wisely. So thank you again for everybody who contributed to the 2.0 assets. Obviously, we're getting one of those goals finished. I have also come up with a recipe. Actually, it's going to be one of my grandma's recipes that we're going to be having Collateral learn how to cook. So we're going to be teaching Collateral how to cook that. We're going to figure out what day to do that on. I think we might actually do it on one of my days that I don't normally stream, I think, which is a Saturday. Because I think that might work out best for him, because he's got job and woman that he is both juggling at the moment. So I told him that would probably work best. So but we're gonna figure it out. We'll do that. Now that we figured out the class thing for FF14, I'm going to put up a new poll so that you can decide what series that we're going to do, that you will pick for my next crochet project. We were going to pick a series first, and then once we figure out the series, we'll figure out like character, creature, whatever. I will then have you vote on that. So, yes. Other than that, oops, that's not what I want. Actually, one more time. No. Looking at Donathon goal stuff again, now that we've finished the Donathon. We're just trying to get... I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row. What we have completed... since the Donathon, we did the Safe for Work tweet. We picked my profile banner. We changed my Discord status. We did my Hear Me Out. We did the Smasher Pass. We did the Office Tour. I did my Dojin collection. I shared those on Discord. I still need contributions for the favorite fanfics. We got a channel for that. Please post them. If we don't do it, we don't do it. So you gotta do it. I will need to figure out a day for a crochet lesson night. We will need to figure out, we'll do a vote for chat picks my new crochet project. We've done the new emotes reveal. We've done the 2.0 reveal. Today we are changing my job in Final Fantasy XIV. We will need to do chat picks a movie. Like I said before, it can't be a horror movie, so no, we are not watching Mortuary Assistant. Though I think a lot of people watched that in Callie's stream, or channel yesterday, I believe. We're going to do the cooking stream with Collateral still, which we'll be setting up in the next few weeks or so, due to scheduling stuff, not to mention time zone. We got that 17-hour time difference, I think. I can't remember. It's a lot. It's a lot. So, working out that time difference between each other. And I have been watching One Piece. I am on episode 18, if you must know. Maybe Monday we'll actually watch some episodes together. Since I'm not streaming this next week, maybe we'll spend a media night on Monday, and we can watch some episodes of One Piece, especially for people who haven't watched some of the earlier episodes in a long while. You know, get caught up. remember the old times, I guess. But yeah, that's where we are. Also, I have been. You poor unfortunate soul. I know. I've also been talking to the 3 people that were our top donors. We're going to be setting up games that we can play together. I've talked to Kairu. I've talked to Panzer. I need to talk to Kem. Kem was also our one of our top donors. I would need to message them. So those are all coming along the way. In the next month. Sorry if we gotta like kind of trickle in things here and there. I would love to do everything all at once, but unfortunately, I can't. I can only go do so much all at once. Especially with next week. I'm taking all of next week off for Mama Kitsune visit and then vacation time. Yeah. So that's where we are. Like I said, today is chat is changing my job, which we voted on. I will be swapping to Ranger, so I will be running around, leveling a Ranger for a bit. I have experience with a Ranger before. That's why I'm actually going to my streaming character, so I can actually be fair and start from level 1 rather than just like, oh haha, I've been a ranger this whole time, and like start at like level 30 something. I don't think that would be fair. Hi, Ram. So yes, first off, I need to know where I get Ranger. I'm pretty sure it's here. Let's see, so you want to be a conjurer of weeds and whimsy, leatherworker. You want to be a lancer. Maybe it's in the new area. I mean, not ranger, archer. You know what I meant. Same thing. It's gonna be weird having this character be an archer. They're not normally that type of person. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Archers Guild. It is here that archers the realm over gather to master the bow. We engage the enemy from a distance, ever seeking to alter the course of battle with a single well-placed arrow. If you have a mind to become an archer, then you have come to the right place. Do you wish to join our ranks? Yes. Marvelous. Then allow me to enlighten you on the history of both our art and the guild. The bow is an ancient tool that has existed since before our fair nation came into being. As an implement of war and hunting both, it protected us from our enemies even as it keeps us fed and clothed. Archery as practiced in Gridanian was born of two distinct styles of bowmanship. The first was devised by the longbow sentries of the Elizin who once ruled the lowlands, while the second belonged to the shortbow hunters of the formerly nomadic Mikote. As you will doubtlessly be aware, both races ultimately came to call the Twelveswoods home. Though the two peoples began as rivals, they gradually learned to live together in harmony. During this time, they learned from one another. There's two schools of archery intermingling to give birth to the art as it is known today. But this wouldn't have been possible were it not for the Trappers League. The guild was established in order to promote sustainable hunting and cooperation within the hunting fraternity at large. As a happy consequence of this union, the guild's members came to engage in a friendly contest of skill. Inspired by such competitions, a handful of their number began to focus on the perfection as opposed to mere practicality, transforming to a skill into what may be termed an art. These individuals would go on to form a guild of their own. The Archers Guild, where men and women gather to attain mastery over the bow. More than a few members of the God's Quiver loosened their first arrow within these very halls. And that, my friend, is a brief history of archery in Gridania. Doubtless you are more eager than ever to take up the bow. It would be my pleasure to recommend you to our guildmaster. You must receive her permission if you are to join us. If you would excuse me a moment, I shall see to it that that the relevant lists are amended. Pray, speak to me again in a short while. Alright, so are you resolved to join the Archers Guild? Yes. The look in your eye bespeaks your determination. It would be my pleasure to refer you to Guildmaster Lucien. Lest you worry unduly, Lucien is an affable and kind-hearted woman. Even those not of the guild have been known to seek her counsel on various matters, and ever have they been given fair hearing. Lucien awaits you in the training area yonder. Present yourself before her, and impress upon her your desire to join the guild. I mean, she is kind of a tall woman. That is a little daunting. She is pretty, though. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to join our ranks. I am Lucien, the master of the Archers Guild, and I bid you welcome. Hold on one second. Our doors are open to all and who have the will to learn. Allow me to explain the basics of our art and offer you a foretaste of that which we teach the members of our guild. The bow's greatest advantage is its range. Unlike those arms used in other disciplines of war, it allows one to strike at the enemy from afar. Though the bow may not boast the destructive force of a sword or spear, its myriad strategic applications are more than compensate for this shortcoming. An experienced archer can immobilize an enemy by striking a leg or sap its strength with a poisoned arrow. Rise to become a virtuoso of archery, and a veritable deluge of death will be yours to rain down upon your foes. By fighting from a distance, we can better assess the battlefield and thereby determine the most advantageous course of action. This is of paramount import, as our role in battle is to exploit the enemy's weakness with the requisite placement and timing, but a single arrow may serve to turn the tide. To this end, the guild seeks to instill a discerning eye within its members, that they might learn to strike at the vulnerabilities swiftly and surely. Now, any half-wit can bend the bow, but it is no simple undertaking to become a skilled archer. You must be prepared for a long and arduous journey. Are you resolved to complete that journey? Yes. Yes. That is well. From this moment forth, you may consider yourself one of our number. I want to say member. Now lend me your hunting log if you would. I shall add it to the names of such creatures as would provide a fitting challenge to an archer. And to help you on your way, I bestow upon you this short bow. Arm yourself with your new weapon and then speak to me again. I would have you undertake a trial to gauge your fitness to join the guild. Alright. Bow. I'm naked! Please tell me I have some gear. Okay, fair clothes with a beret. I can deal with this. Yes, archer. Yes, the bow becomes you. Now, before proceeding any further, I must needs gauge your innate aptitude for archery. To this end, I hereby assign you the following trial. Slay the squirrels, ladybugs, and fungors that roam just beyond the city gates. 3 of each should suffice. In so doing, you will provide your fitness to join the Archers Guild. It goes without saying that you must do so using your bow. Report back to me when the task is accomplished. Go now, and earn your place within these halls. Now I gotta rearrange everything. Well, might as well grab these. Hail, adventurer! Might you have a moment? I am in need of a trustworthy soul to deliver a missive to Parnell. You can find her in the Shaded Bower in the midst of the markets. Huh? Why would I not simply go and speak with her myself? Well, as I am sure you have observed, Gridanians have a tendency to be rather... I mean, in person, they can be, well, a little on the prickly side. The matter is not urgent. Simply hand over the missive the next time you find yourself in the markets. Please, as a favor from one adventurer to another. Fine. Here I go, doing everybody's errands. Hi, Choco. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Glad to hear you're doing well. Alright, found our squirrels. Those are some deadly looking squirrels. Yeah! Level up! I'm killing it. Okay, here's the funguses. We'll get one more for good measure. There we go. Wait, I got a mount, didn't I? I think I got the ability for mounts now. Okay, yeah, I did. Of course, in the city, I can't use one. Okay. So I think in general this is a good excuse for me to pick up like some of these other like quests as well that I haven't completed. Because I can, alright?
I know all about adventurers. You'll do anything for a reward, won't you? Well then, I want you to make Annalie laugh. She's no good with strangers, so you should first introduce yourself politely with a bow.
Alright.
Hi. That seemed to work, but she still looks sad. Try sharing the joy in your heart with her. That will prove how nice you are. I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Where? Joy? Sorry. You're odd. I think she's starting to like you. Good. Now that you've broken the ice, I bet that if you surprise her and just start dancing, she'll laugh her head off.
So the whole point is for me to make an ass of myself. Got it. At least I got that body roll.
You're a really good dancer, mister. That looked fun. Like fun. Maybe I should try it sometime. Thank you. You're pretty good at this. Annalie lost her father 5 years ago during all the fighting. She hasn't laughed much since then. So I wanted to... I mean, we're all worried, but a lot of the younglings have been following me around lately and... you wouldn't understand. Anyways, thanks for the help.
What time is it? Guitar time. Is it guitar time? If you don't have it, I got a 7 TV for that. It's actually guitar. You get. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen people like do the instruments, like actually put together a band and perform. Like one of the times, like when I was first starting to really play the game again, there was a group that was putting on a show that was playing like the entire Persona 3 soundtrack. It was really cool.
Welcome back. It would seem you have successfully completed the trial. You have proven yourself worthy of a place within these halls. It is with the pleasure that I name you an archer of the guild. As fellows of the path, let us together strive for a greater mastery of our art. Now, though you may be a member of the Archers Guild, know that your seniors will not coddle you with personal attention. It is up to you to seek out the experiences you need to grow as an archer. By way of a first step, I encourage you to practice proper technique. Loose arrow after arrow, paying close attention to form until the movement becomes second nature. When drawing your bowstring has become as natural to you as drawing breath, and the world seems clearer when previewed down the shaft of an arrow, return to me. Go well, my young apprentice.
Alright, well, I think I'm level 5, so I don't think I have a problem there.
Good evening to you. I felt that it was about time you returned. Have you grown more accustomed to the bow? Before we go any further, I wish to ensure that you have grasped the fundamental essence of archery. Tell me, do you truly understand what it means to see clearly? To see clearly is not merely to look, it is to observe with intent. Fail to do this, and no amount of talent with a bow will avail you. An archer must remain vigilant for any trace of his target, overlooking not the smallest detail lest it prove crucial to the realization of his purpose. He must, in short, see clearly. The coming task will test your powers of observation. A number of targets have been hidden throughout the city. I would have you seek out and destroy them. Each will fall easily to your heavy shot technique. When you have completed the task, return to me and we will continue. Archery butt. Okay, I think I got them all in that area. Okay, there's one over there. Thank you, Usagi! Oh, there's one over there. There's one everywhere. Where's that other one? Oh, there it is. Hi, Talus and Rinji! Oh, there it is. Not in line of sight. Oh, I probably have to be in the water. There we go. Thank you. So the only one I didn't grab was the Leatherworkers Guild. I'll have to do that. Ah, you have returned. I trust you have begun to comprehend the crucial importance of seeing clearly. The next trial will test your powers of observation in battle. Travel to the North Shroud and there put down 8 microchews and 8 opopos. In contrast to the inanimate and wholly unthreatening targets of the previous trial, these creatures may be relied upon to move around and fight back. Nor are those the only differences. Being comparatively numerous, microchews and opopopos are anything but difficult to find, and yet you may be assured that this task will test your powers of observation, albeit in a different manner. This time, you will need to evaluate the abilities of your opponent. In so doing, you will learn amongst the other things. The micro-choose... say that 5 times fast, I know. Micro-choose is a poison that can quickly sap one's strength, while Oppo-Oppos will, like archers, possess the advantage of range. Knowing their strengths, how will you go about mitigating them? If you commence your attack before identifying an effective strategy, you will soon be made to regret your folly. But if you take the time to observe your targets from afar, you will surely glean the knowledge necessary to defeat them. I look forward to hearing your success. Greetings, sir. Might you be looking to secure the services of a retainer? What's this? A missive from Famibus, you say? Whatever could it be about? Let me see now. She wants to know about the available stock of potions at the markets. Hardly a matter that warrants a letter, much less the hiring of a courier. Why could she not ask the question in person? I sense that adventurers from beyond our borders find Gridanians somewhat difficult to deal with. Are we truly devoid of warmth? If we mistrust outsiders, it is only because so many of them have brought chaos to the Twelveswood, and such sins as theirs are not soon forgotten. Yet, I suppose we might endeavor to be a little less cold. Lost, are we? Unsure how to navigate the rosewood and ebony stalls? Very well. If you wish to know more about more of the markets, I will give you a practical education free of charge. As masters of the markets, I entertain many requests. This order from the whalers, for example. But I delegate their fulfillments to my hirelings, that I might tend to such tasks as I alone am capable of performing. For your personal betterment, I shall delegate the fulfillment of this particular request to you. I bid you search the stalls for a bone spearhead, a pot of beeswax oil, and a length of brambleweed rope, and deliver them to Senegold of the Lancers Guild. There is much and more to be found in these stalls, if you have the dedication to seek it and the coin to procure it. However, as my representative, you need only offer my name as payment. None will deny me. In fact, many will be all too eager to part with their wares, so numerous are the debts I am owed. Hi, Bun Bun! So I ordered 1 case of 12 monsters, was given 2 cases by Amazon mistake. Bun... For the sake of your heart, please only drink 1. 1 throughout the day, please. I'm vibing. For the love of God, Bun. A fine proposition, is it not? I am spared a simple task and you gain priceless mercantile experience. Why, I should rightly charge you for such an opportunity, but worry not, I am a man of my word, and the terms will stand. Deliver the goods to Senegold, and she may even see it fit to reward you. Oh, goody. You got discerning eyes, sir. The craftsmanship truly something, ain't it? Perfect for securing any manner of... Parsimantrit? Gods, if I even never hear that bloody name again, it'll be too soon. And there I was thinking I might make a guild today. Here, take the damn brambleweed rope and bugger off. I like that I'm the one that gets yelled at.
Okay, I want the tiny Moogles. Oh my god, I need this. I want the tiny babies. I want the tiny band of Moogles. Welcome, welcome. At the behest of good Master Parsemontre, you say? To what do we owe the pleasure of your company today, my lord? May I take this opportunity to say that it is an honor and a privilege to serve you. But you must have your beeswax oil without delay. Yes, yes. Feel free to take as much as you require, and you will, of course, inform Master Parsemontre that I was only too happy to accommodate his needs. Yes? Sorry, mate. We ain't open yet. Oh, one for Parsemontre's? Well, what was it you said you wanted? A bone spearhead? Here she is. Take it and tell that bastard we're squared. I take it that he's asked for one too many favors. What business have you with me, adventurer? You come upon the bidding of Master Parsemontre? Here's your thing, here's your thing, here's your thing. So soon? I am impressed. I placed my order only a short time ago, yet here are all the items I requested. Truly, Master Parsemontre is every bit as resourceful as they say. You are fortunate to work under such a man. You would do well to mold yourself in his image if you have any aspirations as a merchant. Thanks. A fresh-faced adventurer, the very manner of person I wish to meet. The Lancers Guild is looking for someone to track down and exterminate 6 squirrels. The infernal pests have been squeezing in under our floorboards every eve for the past several moons and gnawing away at the support pillar. They have yet to inflict any serious structural damage, thank the builder, but I hesitate to bring such a trifling matter before the wood whalers or the gods' quiver. Squirrels are nature's drug dealers, you know. Hence my delight at your timely arrival. Why, an adventurer who could not dispatch such woodland nuisances is not worthy of the name, not here in Gridania at any rate. And you know what becomes of incapable adventurers, but perhaps it is best you do not. The scrolls of which I spoke can be found in the central shroud. Return to me once you have disposed of them, assuming the task is not beyond you for your sake. I sincerely hope it is not. It's raining. There's no fighting crime today because it's raining. If you ever seen that Powerpuff Girls episode, it's great. I think it's one of my favorites. Fly, 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 pow, fly, 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 fly. Sorry, I love this little tune. You there, adventurer, could you deliver a message for me? My superior Millicent is stationed outside of Atelier Fenil. She's doubtless
Doubtless busy, but I'm past due to be relieved. Long past due, truth be told. However, I can't simply abandon my post. Speak to her for me, would you? And choose your words wisely. She has a bit of a temper. Greetings, traveler. Come to see Mikato's famed amphitheater, have you? I am Estain, caretaker of this fine centerpiece of Gordanian culture, and I fear I must needs trouble you for your assistance. You see, it is not only well-meaning men like yourself who are drawn to this place. The sylphs often visit in the dead of night, long after our citizens have gone to bed. We have no particular objection to their presence, and they seem grateful for the accommodation. So much so, in fact, that they last night they left us a token of their appreciation, in the form of vegetables. A lot of vegetables. Their generosity is more than welcome, of course, but the sheer quantity of the things makes gathering them all something of a chore, and it's not as if I don't have enough to do already. In short, I'd be most grateful for any help you could give me. Vegetables. Well done, friend. Mikato herself would sing you praise. She knew well the power of art, how it could strengthen the soul of a nation and preserve its history for future generations. The amphitheater was her greatest gift to Gordania, and it was her wish that all folk use it freely, not only for performances and festivals, but as a place to share memories and make new ones. I wonder if the sylphs come here to do just that. That said, I do wish they would find other ways to express their gratitude. We have no need of vegetables here, but mayhap the Carline Canopy can make use of them. Anyway, thank be to the elementals for bringing you here today. Thank you, Sloth. I didn't mean to drop that. I'll get it later. You there. You're an adventurer, yes? Good. I have a task for you. Take yourself over to the Conjurers Guild and speak with my student, Brea. She has her hands full preparing for the auguries and would likely welcome your assistance. In her excitement as becoming a conjurer, I fear my young disciple is pushing herself beyond the limits of her endurance. Enthusiasm is all well and good, but it would not do to have an initiate collapse from exhaustion. Stop right there! Not another step! I apologize if I startled you, but please be careful. The ground here is covered in rose hips. You see, my seed pouch had grown so threadbare that it finally split open. Unbeknown to myself, I've been scattering Azima rose hips all along this road. Oh, good sir, if you would help me gather them, I'd be ever so grateful. Thank you. Your kindness is truly a blessing from the elementals. The rose hips should be lying on the road between here and the Great Lone Growery. Remember to tread lightly, lest you crush them underfoot. What happens if I step on them? Okay, nothing happens. I was wondering if they might actually be affected. Good sir, pray tell me you have recovered all the rose hips and abandoned not one to a traveler's boot. Here's your rose hips. Blessings be upon you. I feared this path would be lined with roses next year. Not that such a wondrous sight would be wholly objectionable, but as azimali roses are ill-suited to this location. As a botanist, it's my responsibility to see Gridanian's plants grow and thrive in the most ideal conditions. A place for every seed and every seed in its place, you might say. 'Twas most gracious of you to aid me in my time of need. I pray the elementals extend you the same kindness. God damn it, another adventurer. You're like flies on muck. Whatever Gridanian did to deserve such a plague, I don't know. I suppose times are changing and they keep telling me I should, and perhaps you might be. Oh, gods help me. Just take these Azima Rose to Waldo of Stillglade Fane, will you? Well, what are you still standing there for? Go and deliver the bloody rose. Sir, this is a Chili's. Welcome, adventurer, to the Conjurers Guild. Here we commune with the elementals and heed their guidance. Yet I must confess, the elementals did not whisper of your coming. We did indeed request an Azima Rose from Ethelred, and that you should bring it to us in his stead means that something wonderful has happened. Ethelred has long held a grudge against the many adventurers who have passed through Gridania's gates. His beloved flowers are renowned for their beauty, you see, and were once so highly coveted by olden collectors that they were picked nigh to extinction by fortune-seeking foreigners. Yet if it is peace we desire, we must all learn to look beyond mistrust born of the past and overcome our prejudices. So has the Elder Seer taught us, and so do we live. I doubt it was easy for Ethelred to entrust this Azima Rose to you. When he hears we have received it, he will come to know that not all outsiders are deserving of scorn. Truly, it was by the will of the elementals that you came to us this day. Please accept this as a token of our gratitude. Thanks. Can I not get spit on next time? I would appreciate that. Yes, I am Brea, but I am also awfully... Oh, you say Lady Melaine herself asked you to assist me? In that case, I suppose you might lend a hand, especially as mine appeared to be shaking, though only very slightly. Not as anything to worry about, mere nervous energy. I would be exceedingly grateful if you would take this Azima Rose oil and refill the sensors. There are two that require attention. Please have a care not to disturb the conjurers amid their meditations. You must be as quiet and unobtrusive as possible. Do everything not to fuck this up. My thanks. I must admit to being rather impressed by how faithfully you followed my instructions. I had always considered adventurers to be an uncouth and rowdy lot, but I see you are capable of courtesy as well. Lady Melaine has a fine eye for character. You should feel honored that she chose you for the task.
I guess potion now, because I'm not of the magic casting type right now. Oh, I can get some leather gloves. We're gonna need some.
Might you perchance be comfortable around Vilekin? If so, I have urgent need of your assistance. You see, I was preparing for the forthcoming auguries when I found to my great embarrassment that we lacked the requisite quantity of scarlet oil. It is not too much to ask. I would be most grateful if you could resupply us in time for the ceremony. Scarlet oil can be harvested from ladybugs, such as those found near the Banox. 6 of the Vilekins should yield to the necessary amount. Pray return to me as soon as you have it.
Alright, we're heading to North Shroud. That's what she's telling me. Monster. That's what she told me to do. It's raining. We're moving up in the world. Alright, we got all our squirrels. Alright, that's all our ladybugs. Chocobo. If you want for work, I have a need of an adventurer willing to dirty his hands. Hmm? No, I speak none of dark deeds. I mean only to have you deliver something. I myself would not dare venture deep into the Twelveswood, but you seem more than capable of defending yourself. My colleague Gillian will furnish you with the item in question, and provide all the necessary directions. She should be somewhere behind the stables, supervising the field hands. Damn, this is how I started the game. In the rain, couldn't start as a ninja like the weeb I wanted to be. No! If you got a mind to make yourself useful, why don't you call some Metalins for us? We train a lot of chocobos here, see? And the youngins go wild when they get a sniff of Metalin. Some even throw their bloomin' riders. Let me tell you, it ain't easy training a chocobo when she drops you on your head every time she sees a shadow. We've been getting nowhere with the birds lately. If you could rid us a few Metalins, we'd be in your debt.
Well, I'll be. Vianney, I don't know. Vianney actually found someone willing to lend a hand. Grab one of them burlap sacks over yonder, atop the crate, aye? Tain't the most convenient location to be sure, but where else can we store that stinking shit? Nowhere a visiting customer might catch a whiff, that's for sure. Deliver it to Nolanel down the Blessed Bud. That's west of here, in case you're wondering. Seems our conjurer friend takes his gardening pretty bloomin' seriously. Oh boy, I get fertilizer. Just what I always wanted. Oh, mitlings. Why was I reading it as mitlings? Mitlings. Me and my, I think, just engraved in my head with all these fancy names they call things. Hey, Panzer! How are you?
What about?
You plucked just it in the face.
Fine.
You know what? Actually, no. That's the funny part. I mean, worst case scenario, if we fight you, you just heal back up and do one.
Join.
Hell yeah, Dr. Dreads.
I didn't miss the
That's about what happens now. Woo!
Look, you've already styled him. I don't know what else he can do.
I don't know what.
That odor. Is that what I think it is? Here you go. Had better days, to be honest. Not in a great mindset, but luckily it is your weekend. I'm sorry to hear that. I was kind of in a mood yesterday myself. I think it's been the weather. We had the full moon, and then, I mean, for us, then we got rocked. Praise be to the elementals. I cannot thank you enough for your kindness. The bounty of chocobo manure shall nourish the plants and ensure their continued growth. Please relay my sincerest thanks to Vion upon your return to Tree Speak Stables. And a word of advice. Wash your hands quickly, lest the cloying stench of feces lingers. Thanks. Yucky. Scrub, yes. Yeah. Brother, ew.
What's that? What's that, brother?
Welcome back, friend. I gather from that smell that the task is complete. Oh my. Did I neglect to inform you of the sack's contents? I cannot apologize enough. That would certainly explain why you agreed to help when countless others turned their noses up at the idea, so to speak. Well, that's done. What's done is done. Please accept this for your troubles, along with my thanks. I don't think there's enough thanks in the world. Thank you. Yeah. We're gonna need a good wash right now.
Oh, hey there, boyo. Lovely day for a boat wash.
Thank you for the help. We can finally get back to training the young birds. Chocobos are skittish by nature, see, and training them takes a deal of patience. And don't make the task any easier that soldiers and adventurers tend to ride them towards danger rather than away from it. Any road, we're grateful for the help. Here's a small token of our gratitude. Oh, he's got more. We haven't forgotten how you helped us with them mitlins. Speaking of which, if you've got a bit of time to spare, could I trouble you to gather some aphids? You can find them living in the tangled undergrowth near Blessed Bud, but don't be surprised if your presence attracts a starving ladybug or two. They're rather fond of the wee vilekin, you see. When you've gathered the aphids, deliver them to Captain Guthrit over at the Atat Spire and tell them Tree Speak Stable sends its regards.
That is a hostile ladybug.
Monkey.
Oh right, they throw stuff. We're gonna be slaying a lot of these. Okay, we got 8 of those. I'm gonna grab these for good measure, since we get a bonus for that. Guess I'm doing fairly well with having, like, no equipment right now. What level am I? 8? Okay. Somebody has to give us equipment eventually. You come to lend a hand, have you? Well then, you're welcome to a task from my seemingly never-ending list. I'll need you to head west along the road and scrub down 2 of the Malmstones. I swear by Nafika, those signs accumulate dirt and grime with almost unnatural haste. Speak with Tijuana at Tree Speak Stables once you've seen to them. She'll be glad to hear the Malmstones are clean, for the next three bells at least. What's that? You have something for me? Aphids! Enjoy. Ah, aphids from Bodswine. This is indeed a blessing. What use have we for aphids, you ask? Why, for their oil, of course. There is naught better for maintaining our weapons. Were it not for your timely delivery, I would have been forced to send a sentry to replenish our dwindling supplies. I'll have to thank Bodwine personally, and thanks to you as well, friend.
Ah, just the fellow. Your efforts on behalf of Tree Speak Stables mark you out as a genuine talent. If you have the confidence in your battlecraft, mayhap you would agree to help us for the next fight against the Exco. According to the reports, Ixali's scouts have been sighted by the river due west of here. Though that area is uninhabited, it borders Tree Speak Stables and Blessed Bud. We mean to drive them off before they can threaten our people. If several of their scouting parties were to be similarly dispatched, it might give their leaders cause to doubt the wisdom of their plan. Slay 2 Ixali Dulltalons, 2 Ixali Lostwings, and 2 Ixali Slowbeaks. Show them the price they must pay for setting foot in our territory. That does sound threatening. That's a big scorpion. I'm just gonna casually dust this off. You can just ignore me. That everybody? Oh, we need dull talons. Down he goes. What's that? You've been cleaning milestones? Why, thank you. With all the chores that need doing around here, I was afraid they would be left to get even filthier. It's not just that they're an eyesore, by the way, in that state. The creatures around here won't to lay their eggs on them. As to why, well, I can only assume their preferred nesting trees are in short supply these days. But that is as it may. We can't have monsters hatching from the road signs. These paths are dangerous enough as it is. Perhaps a sprinkling of sting brew would keep the beasts away. You got this, Legolas. I'm doing my best. Did you hear about Dameta of Hrysmil? Apparently Opa-Opos crept into her stores and made off with her toy beans. Ordinarily, Opa-Opos wouldn't go near them, what with their foul odor and even fouler taste. But food has become scarce of late. Truth be told, a good many of us are glad to be rid of the stench. Still, I can't stand to see Dameta so dispirited. Would you track down those thieving Opa-Opos and recover the Muntoy beans? I'm told 6 bags are taken all told. Dameta is well respected by all the women of Hismil, so it would do you well to earn her favor. So be polite, smile, and don't interrupt if she goes off on one of her tangents. Hismil lies just to the north of here. You're like to run into Opo-Opos on the way. With luck, you may even encounter the bean thieves themselves.
Like that is called death to the bean thieves. It was bloody work, but it had to be done. Your service to Gridania will not be forgotten. Thanks to you, we now have time to plot our next move. We can muster our forces and take the battle to the Birdmen. Protect the bees they keep answered. Or consolidate our defenses before they return. I must needs consult with the commander. Well, here's the bean thieves. We got some beans. Save the beans. Here's the micro chews. Okay, need 3 more. Only a slight poisoning. Okay, that's 8 of them. Okay, we have the Chocobo keep. No. Just get rid of that. Ain't seen your face around here before. It's my sworn duty to keep the peace in Hismel and protect her from them as would do her people harm. If you mean to stay for a spell, you'll have to prove you can be trusted. Ours ain't a large community, and we've hardly any fighting folk, so there's always a need for battle-savvy types, what with all the beasties lurking hereabouts. As it happens, we've been suffering from an outbreak of midges of late. The buggers are driving our patrols to distraction. Now, if you were to exterminate, say, half a dozen swarms, we'd know you for friend. You have the look of an adventurer. Adventurers love little tasks, do they not? Well, I need you to head into the forest and pick a glimshroom for me. You haven't the faintest idea what a glimshroom is, do you? Glimshroom is the common name for a variety of fungus with a unique white phosphorescence. What did you say? A glowing mushroom? Yes, I suppose you could put it that way. There is a colony on the rock face in the southwest of Peace Garden. But do not simply pick the first one you come across. The brightest glowing mushroom you can find, if you please. Well, yes, I would love to be able to harvest glimshrooms for myself, but there is a small matter of Ixali scouts. Not terribly friendly, those chaps. Off you go, then. I suppose there's nothing to be done. What's that, young man? You have something for me? I bring you beans! My missing Muntoy beans? But how? You didn't track down those wretched Opo-Opos, did you? I had all but given up hope before you arrived, but with these beans, I could make enough Muntoy tonic for everyone in... I don't know if that's how you properly pronounce it, by the way, so... If somebody knows better, please let me know. Everyone in Gristmill. As long as I have enough microshoe leaflets to flavor it, there should be no complaints. Speaking of which, my son drank unflavored Muntoy tonic the other day. One of his friends challenged him to do it, he said. And do you know what? He drank the whole cup in one great gulp, without making so much as a face. Oh, he grows stronger and braver by the day, nay, the very hour. Either that or my secret recipe is rather more delicious than I imagined. Now that I think about it, a good many people have described the taste as unforgettable. A hat! Gods know I need a hat. Oh dear, if I make this much Muntoy tonic, I'll need far more microchew leaflets. Young man, would you be so kind as to fetch me 4 leaflets from the microchews outside the hamlet? I'm whipping up a fresh batch of Muntoy tonic, you see. Oh, it's a lovely drink, absolutely bursting with nutrients and goodness. I'll have you know I always drink at least 1 cup a day. Alas, few people share my passion for healthy living. Truth be told, most won't touch the stuff, not unless you add microchew leaflets anyways. Apparently the taste and the smell are too distracting or some such nonsense. Oh, but listen to me prattling on like an Ishgardian priest. I shall stop talking and start stirring. Well, don't just stand there, dear. Run along and fetch me those leaves. This batch will be ready soon. And it'd be such a shame if no one could drink it but me. Can't wait. Hi, PC! Okay, we got all the micro chews. Oh no, I'm poisoned. Thank you for the head pat. Definitely gonna have to put a use to the beastkin blood. Is that all of them? No, I think we need one more. Not just any mushroom, apparently. Well, these certainly be glowing. That's a big mushroom. You've done us a kindness and proven yourself capable, besides. Take this with who smells thanks. Before you go, I've thought of something else you could do for us. Pants? I'll need some pants. Would you mind going to Hedge Tree and seeing that all's well? Since ancient times, the tree has guarded these woods with her holy presence. Lately, though, we've been hearing reports of exiles pecking around in her vicinity. No more than scouts, I'd wager, but if they were to lay their filthy hands on the hedge tree, well, it don't bear thinking about. So I'd be much obliged if you'd head southeast to the hedge tree and see that no harm has come to her. Oh, and if you chance to encounter any exile, send them packing. Be warned, though, the birdmen ain't like to take their leave without a fight. Make sure you go well prepared and keep your eyes peeled, alright? Send them a warning. Were you able to get the glim shrooms? Here's your mushroom lady. Oh, would you look at that glow? Perfect! This will help me mix a potent remedy for the creeping death. To forestall the obvious question, the creeping death is a deadly plague that once ravaged the Huron population of Gridania. Though it can be now cured through simple conjuring, it doesn't hurt to have a ready supply of the medicine. After all, out here in Hrissmill, we cannot always rely on a conjurer to be on the hand whenever a youngling coughs. Thank the matron for wandering adventures, though. Oh, you're back. Did you manage to find the micro-chew leaves? Micro-chew... I want to call them Microsoft. Micro-chew leaflets I asked for? Let's see. Yes, that's 4, all right. Oh, such a lovely scent. Now you gathered only the 4 I asked for and not one more, yes? Oh, I know I shouldn't have to ask, but these days more and more people forget to take only what they need. If we're to live in harmony with the wood, we must respect life and remember what it means to take it. Never be wasteful. Know the value of life and know the value of our time here in this world. That's why I always live my life to the fullest, wasting nary a moment and nary a word. Nay, not so much as a single one. Damn Microsoft, sending us to fetch quests to do their biddings, I know. Remember, if you mean to remain within the Twelveswood, you must be ever mindful, very demure. No.
To show respect and gratitude to the forest and to the elementals. You know, you remind me of my son. He's a good boy, but sometimes forgets that it means to be a Gridanian. Why, just the other day I caught him and his friends throwing Muntoy beans at each other. Needless to say, I was terribly cross. Who wouldn't be? And all set to give them a memorable scolding when I noticed they were playing in teams and that my son was leading the winners. Oh, I know I shouldn't have been proud, but when I saw the way he marshaled his troops, by which I mean his friends, it was so clear to me that he was a born leader. Where was I? Oh, yes. You see, later that day I was cooking dinner, and he, quite without prompting, offered to wash the vegetables. He's such a good boy, you know. Yeah, I think she's just gonna go on. Give me the hat, lady. Well, who's a good boy? I was like, where's this hostile presence? Slew an Ixel, did ye? Bloody birds will think twice before coming near our hamlet. The Ixel once dwelt in the Twelveswood, you know, but long ago they woke the Green Wrath and were driven out. Needless to say, they weren't best pleased when us Gridanians took their place here. In fact, it's none other than this resentment what kindled their hatred for us. But I respect you for I respect you boring ye. By defending the hedge tree, you've once more proven yourself a friend to Hrismil. If you spare a moment, I ask that you speak with others in the hamlet. Many of us could use a hand, and I can think of none better to assist them. I think I did that already, so I think I'm good. Oh, maybe not. I'm like in Guild Wars mode, I keep hitting the H button. Alright, we got... Oh, those are even better pants, I think. I picked some pants and I... Wait, but didn't I choose... Hold up. What did I grab? Oh wait, what are those? I think it was those boots. Okay, wait? I'm confused. Why are the leggings... Why are the boots called leggings? I don't get that. Okay. Pardon me, good sir. Might you be the adventurer of whom Eadbert speaks so highly? If you could spare but a moment. I never thought myself a popular girl, and men rarely give me cause to believe otherwise. Yet lately I've been the recipient of several gifts. Sparkling jewels and fine silks over which a prouder maid than I would surely swoon, all from an anonymous admirer. Naturally I was flattered, but I knew nothing of my mysterious benefactor, and I so endeavored to seek him out, only to discover that he is none other than Albert, an infamous rogue wanted for countless robberies in Gridania. I realize now that all of his presents were taken from others, and that I have unwittingly won the affections of a dangerous criminal. But that's not all. With his latest gift came a request. He insists that we meet in the woods outside of Hristmil, where he intends to present me with his most precious gift. I am at a loss. I beg of you, good sir, will you not go in my stead? I wish only to be left in peace, but I fear a man such as he may be driven to violence when made to hear such words. I pray no harm comes to you.
Great. I gotta be the one that's gotta break his heart. I have to be like, yo, she's not interested. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, so I killed him.
All for naught. I give thanks that you're unharmed, at least. A letter? For me? My dearest Emeria, I pray this letter finds you well. I know my gifts were sudden and many, but I hope they were to your liking. Seeing you in the first summer of your womanhood, I could restrain myself no longer. My thoughts have been only of you these past many moons, of what gifts might bring you happiness. Yet to see you smile from afar is not nearly enough. I long to live together with you in Hristmil, and nothing would bring me greater joy. I would give you a grand garden, filled with the white chamomile you love so. For such dreams can never come true. My crimes are known and will never be forgiven. The most I can hope for you is for you to know my heart. That would grant me a measure of peace, and so, if it does not cause you distress, I will write to you again. Yours ever, Albert. Thank you for bringing me this letter, his most precious gift. I understand now, but how did he know my favorite flower? Is Albert? No, it can't be. Anyway, we must return the presents to the rightful owners. I know it will not erase this Albert's sin, but perhaps the 12 will view him more kindly. Forgive me this final request, but could you go to Gridania and speak with a woman named Myoni? You should find her in the Caroline canopy. Tell her all that has transpired here today. She'll know what to do.
It.
A message from Emera of Hristmil, you say? I see. Oh, Albert, you fool. I'll deal with the stolen goods, worry not. Yes, I know of the boy and his family. He once lived in this very town. One day, he stole a handful of chamomile seeds from an influential merchant in the ebony stalls. You see, this boy had a sister, and chamomile was her favorite flower. Seeking only to make his sister happy, I doubt he grasped the gravity of his act. Regardless, his parents felt that he had brought terrible shame to his family, and so they disowned him. Cast out of hearth and home, he grew desperate, and those who think only of survival think little of law. A common enough tale, perhaps, but no less tragic for it. And now you know the truth. The sister Albert loved so dearly is Emera. Emera was too young to remember when Albert left, so her parents decided to conceal his existence. However, Word of the boy's banishment soon spread, and her parents were forced to move to Gristmill to maintain the fiction. By now, Emeria's surely heard rumors of her long-lost brother, though a gentle girl like her would never question her parents' honesty, and whatever faint memories she once may have had are long gone. But Albert has never forgotten Emeria. Despite the danger, I suspect he now keeps close to Gridania, refusing to leave his beloved sister a second time. I'll send Emeria some chamomile seeds by way of thanks for helping us to recover the stolen goods. If only it were as simple as returning them to their rightful owners. Sadly, Albert's crimes will not be so easily forgotten. But perhaps by the time these seeds have sprouted and their flowers bloomed, he will have found a new path. Yes.
Alright, update gear. No ingredient crate for you today, Lindy.
Ah, an adventure. Precisely what we needed. Not a moment ago, we dispatched our newest recruit, Artur, to inspect Minkato's amphitheater. Regrettably, the young Her has more spirit than sense, and he charged off without his tools. Suffice it is to say, he won't be getting any work done. Would you be so kind as to deliver them to him? Wonderful. Seek out Lohelic in the acorn orchard behind the atrium. He should have Artur's tools. Ideli sent you? Give me a moment. Here they are, still fresh and unused as the day he got them. Doubt he's even realized he left the bloody things behind. First day and he forgets his tools. Daft sod needs a kick up at the...
What is it you mean to say, sir? He needs a kick up the what? Alright. Yep, over here.
It. Puppy. Welcome back, young one. Tell me, were you able to put your techniques to good use? When faced with an enemy who can attack from a distance, simply raining arrows upon it is wasteful and dangerous both. The battle would be not more than a contest of strength. By employing the appropriate technique, however, one may bring down one's foe with greatest ease and fewer arrows. For instance, you may choose to prime your weapon well and strike hard, or employ toxins to sap their strength over time. On the assumption that this fact dawned upon you prior to the fall of your 16th target, I congratulate you on passing the trial. Lei, Silvari, what is your honest evaluation? Not bad if you ask me. The adventurer pulls a good bow, and is enthusiastic besides. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Lei Alapo, and this is my second year at the guild. It's quite plain that you have talent with a bow, but you must take care to mind your surroundings when you're pursuing a target. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to skip that. Mind your surroundings. That is rich coming from you. Your every movement is wasteful, adventurer. Your back is crooked and your elbows are misaligned. It takes you an age to prime your bow and twice as long to loose an arrow. In summary, you fail on all counts. You have no talent as an archer. None whatsoever. Damn. I shall say it plain. Lucien, this man is not fit to wield a bow. For our sake and his, we should revoke his membership. As I've always said, outsiders can scarce be expected to understand. Never mind master our noble art. We waste our breath trying to teach his like.
Why did you say something so controversial yet so brave?
Damn.
Well, allow me to introduce you to Silveri, our comrade at the butts.
I don't know if it's pronounced buttes or butts. I'm calling it butts.
The fellow was once of the gods' quiver, you see, and he can be a little opinionated when it comes to archery, but you mustn't pay him any heed. He's like that to everyone. You'd be lucky to get much sense out of a fossil-brained wildwood Ulazin like him at the best of times. With them, it's always 12s with this, and elementals that, and oh, no offense intended, Lucien. None taken, Lay. I know full well that some of my kind can be prideful to excess and intolerant of other races. Although people may behold the same object, ever will they see different things. There is no right or wrong to it, for it is a question of perspective. What matters is the perspective we choose to adapt. You are possessed of bright eyes. Eyes that bespeak great understanding. They shan't lead you astray, so trust to them, and to what they see. Go now and resume your training. I look forward to marking your progress when we next meet.
Eye patch. Okay, we got gloves. Probably should get a tunic. Oh, we get a new bow. Alright. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, don't have a bunch there. Perfect. It pleases me to see how you've grown as an archer. Plainly, you have taken my counsel to heart and learned to see with your own eyes. I would now have you discover what it means to behold things from a different standpoint. You will recall Lay Alapo, your senior in the guild. I have given you over to her care for this lesson. Speak with her and do as she bids. Yes, ma'am.
I've been expecting you. Shall we get on with it then? First, a quick review. Remember how the Bowmaster had you seek out and destroy targets hidden throughout the city? Well, I would have you do the same. This time, however, you will need to venture outside the gates. I'm sure you've realized this by now, but there is no guarantee of safety within the 12's Wood. As you search, you should take care to mind your surroundings. You won't have the luxury of focusing solely on your quarry this time. You'll have to keep your eyes peeled for potential threats as well. That said, your objective is to destroy the targets alone, so avoid unnecessary combat and maintain a safe distance from any hostile creatures you encounter. Should you come under attack, take to your heels, risking direct confrontation only if you can't outrun your pursuers. The targets are hidden in the central shroud. As before, use the heavy shot technique to destroy each one with a single arrow. Go well.
Alright, we're gonna go... Oh wait, we're in the plaza. We're in the Archers Guild. We need to go Old Gridania. That's close by.
What? I'm terribly busy right now, and thank you to not bother me. I'm a carpenter of the prestigious Oak Atrium, and I have repairs to... Yeah, how's that going with your lack of tools and all? Where did I put my... Oh gods. I take it you're from the guild too, then. What's that? Adele sent you with my tools? Yes. I was actually just about to go and, This is so embarrassing. My apologies, it's just... I've been so focused on the task at hand. You know, it's a miracle this amphitheater even survived the calamity. It was the Carpenter's Guild that saved it, moving it piece by piece, and rebuilding it. When I saw what they had done for Gridania, I knew what I had wanted to be. But gods, when they told me my first task was to come here... Anyway, thank you for bringing me my tools. You're new to the Oak Atrium too, right? Well, let's both work for the good of the guild, eh? Oh, and may the elementals watch over you and keep you safe. Just imagine my character just standing there, holding his tools, like, alright, asshole, are you getting a lot of building done here? Are you gonna just, you know, pound the broken fence with a rock? By all means do, you know. I won't stop you. Alright. Okay. Ah, you're back. Have you procured the scarlet oil as I requested? Yes. Yes, everything appears to be in order. The ceremony may proceed as planned. I am grateful. To the elementals for delivering you to us. Pray, accept this small token of our appreciation. Alright, gloves please. Thank you. I am so mismatched. My gloves just stand out, but you know, better than nothing. That's the joy of being low level again, you know? Just going out and putting on a clown suit. Nah, these aren't oven mitts. Thankfully, they're fingerless. We've avoided oven mitts for now. What's all this about? Dumansen says he needs his break. The nerve of that sniveling little shit crying for relief at the time like this. Has he already forgotten how short-handed we are since that business with the Ixal the other day? And sending a bloody unknown venturer to do this bleating, no less. That self-certain sod thinks only of his own woes, rubbing his sore souls while welcoming all manner of guild-grabbing venturers into our Hollywood. Useless bloody fool. Makes me blood boil, it does. But it's not you I should be giving a piece of me mine to. You seem a decent enough sort, considering. Still, understand that it's our duty to keep an eye on every stranger that passes through these parts. Any road. I appreciate you lending me an ear to my subordinate, damn fool that he is. Go on then, and stay out of trouble. Okay, lady. Now that I seem to have had my face ripped off.
I'm just running around doing favors, and this lady just starts screaming in my face. The squirrels are dealt with then? Very good. I am pleased to see you have proven yourself useful. What's that? You wonder what happens to adventurers who fail to complete such trifling tasks? Why, such sluggards soon find there is no place for them within the city. And where do they end up after leaving Gridania? Well, you shall hear the truth of that before long. Okay. I did my duties. Alright, Central Shroud, that sounds fantastic. Oh, there you go. I'm not used to taking the gates. Yeah.
Ah, perfect timing. I was looking for a likely lad to track down some twin adder initiates. 3 of our newest recruits have failed to report for training. It is exhausted from a month of solid drills, I expect. Considering their physical state, I rather doubt they have wandered far. Oh gods, please don't mention wild beasts or blood. They're fine. I'm certain of it. Seek out my wayward troops and tell them to report back to me on the double. Ho there, adventurer. If it is work you seek, then look no further. Instructor Maristel needs a volunteer to bring him some bog Yarzan shells for the recruits to practice on. You'll find Yarzans in the river south of here. Once you've pried their carapaces from 4 of the creatures, take them to the instructor. Okay. Just a few more moments, mother. Huh? Sergeant Camazon? Droppings? I must be late for training. Yep. Get your ass in gear. Someone's gonna lose their job. Let's see. Where's a lazy initiate? Oh, he's just meditating. Oh, we could use these though.
Ah, there's an initiate. Such a soothing sound. One day I shall build a home by the river. Who are you? You say the surgeon's looking for me? How long have I been here? What bell is it now? Stand aside, I must make haste. Alright. Where is another lazy initiate? Can you not see I am attempting to become one with nature? Leave me be, good sir. What? Sergeant Camazon sent you? Matron's teats. I better get back before she makes her boot one with my backside. Have you come to train? I bring you shells. Not a new recruit. The Yarzen shells I ordered from Marlin to requisition. I see he's learned to delegate authority if nothing else. Now that I have these carapaces, I can set my recruits some specialized drills. They're already adept at hitting a target, of course, but they need practical knowledge of exactly where a monster like a Yarzan is most vulnerable. Thanks to your efforts, I've no doubt they will fare rather better against the creatures when called upon. You should be proud of yourself. Both they and the Bannock are safer for your help. Food. This one. I forgot I have egg. Consume egg. Thank you. All the initiates are now present and accounted for. It's always the same, you know. A handful of recruits invariably lose focus a short while after being assigned to the new unit. The first rush of tension and excitement wears off, and the strain for constant drills begins to show. Reprimanding them isn't always the best solution, though. I have their morale to think about, after all. Still, I might give them a quick blast for good measure. What can I say? This is one battle I'm not afraid to fight. One moment. I need to open window. Because I think the heater's running and my computer runs a little hot. And so it's a little warm in here now. So give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. I just realized I'm getting cooked here. Don't need to suddenly pass out from heat stroke. Also drink some water. All good. Don't want to overheat on any front. Yeah, exactly. I just realized it's getting really warm in here. Alright, we're taking one of these out. Uh-oh. Hi, son! Okay, there's supposedly a target around here somewhere. Oh, I see it. Uh-oh. I'm pissing off the spiders. Oh, I can't go that way. Won't let me go that way. Oh no, spiders. Water spiders want to eat my butt. I'm going to bed soon. Well, have a good night when you do. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. You would love to play this game again and get back to playing your Black Mage. That would be cool. I generally play a White Mage, but this character is like specifically for streaming because I have like my mods and some mutuals that play on this one server. There we go. Ooh, is my chocobo faster now? Okay, are we attuned to this? Yes, we are. Correct me if I'm wrong, but are you not an adventurer? I've seen you running to and fro, face set in grim determination, as adventurers are wont to do, hence my pre-assumption. If so, I have information which might interest you. Rumor has it that plots within the lavender beds are to be auctioned off. I just like it because Black Mage is so handy in raids. Oh, really? Interesting. What's more, bidders need not even be Gridanian. Any old adventurer or wandering minstrel could, with sufficient funds, purchase land and build their own home. Considering how discerning the elementals tend to be about who can and cannot reside within the Twelves Woods, it is rather surprising, if not hard to believe. But if there is truth to these rumors, well, who hasn't dreamed of owning their own forest cottage? Perhaps with a small vegetable garden and a stable large enough for a chocobo or two. You know, should your travels take you to the mirror planks, where the ferry to the lavender beds is, perhaps you'll find a twin adder representative who can tell you more. I would be shocked if they weren't involved in such a monumental change in policy. Not a material girl. As I am living. Yeah, lots of prep goes into it. Setting up your ley lines and casting large spells. Oh, damn. I'm just right now, like, used to playing a healer and just being like, stop standing and shit! Quit pulling like a freaking idiot! At least that's what I'm, like, mentally screaming in my head. I don't know why I do this to myself. But I do. You there, adventurer. Yes, you will suffice. I have a job I need performed, and I'm willing to pay the going rate. A trifling task, really. I simply need you to ask the locals here at Bent Branch Meadows what the head wrangler covets most in all the world. This is a private matter, lest you doubt, so be sure to inquire discreetly. And please, for the love of Null, do not reveal that you are in my employ. In fact, it would be best if my name wasn't mentioned at all. Okay, now imagine that except the Black Mage has to constantly keep moving and setting up again and again. I could have just been a Dragoon and jump at everything. Okay, so I just recently got to the point where, like, one of the Dragoons, like, introduced themselves, and I'm like, God damn, they're kind of hot. But then again, I always thought Kain in Final Fantasy IV was kind of hot. My mom said I could be anything, so I decided to be one of the hardest classes to play. I mean, that's me in Guild Wars because I decided to play an Elementalist. So I get it, I get it. I'm kind of curious about Black Mages now. I might consider taking a look. What does Keitha covet most? Why would you wish to know some... Wait a minute. That Olden's merchant put you up to this, didn't he? He's wasting his time with that approach. If the man is serious about owning a chocobo, he would be better served by convincing Keitha of his intent to provide the bird with the proper care and attention. Keitha? The only thing Keitha wants is for her birds to be happy. If she cares for anything besides the well-beings of the chocobos, then I've not heard of it. I mean, fair point. Good enough. What's that about Miss Keitha? You looking to stir up trouble, son? If you think some shiny trinket will move her heart, then you don't know her like that is, Miss Keitha is only interested in her birds. Listen here, adventurer. If your actions cause her any distress, the wood wheelers will come down on you so hard your boots will leak blood. Got that? Respectfully, sir, yes. Well, do you plan to keep me in suspense? I must have a chocobo for my very... What's this? They told you nothing of her material desires? Ugh, the stubbornness of these Gridanians is infuriating, and I should have known better than to hire a buffoon for such delicate work. To think of the amount of gil I have wasted for this fruitless adventure. Oh, cease your mewing. I promise you a reward, and a reward you shall have. Now leave me to my misfortune. I guess I have a good enough wrist spot. Oh, I do. Probably gold's best. Greetings, sir. You have the distinct air of an adventurer. Might I trouble you for some assistance? In recent days, a heartless cat has been sneaking into the ranch to scare our chocobos. The poor birds are in a state of constant unease, wondering when the next fright will come in. It is my hope that extending the fencing will help keep the intruder out. To that end, could I ask that you procure some strands of dynamite web? They make for surprisingly sturdy construction material. You should be able to obtain the web from the dynamites themselves. There are usually a few to be found roaming the lands around the ranch. 6 strands should be sufficient. I was gonna say, I'm like, where's the dynamites? Alright, one more? Hi, VOD David. Ah, you have returned. Tell me, were you able to procure the dynamite web I requested? Here is your web. Yes, these will do nicely. These are perfect for binding posts together. Were I still in Ishgard, I would never have entertained the notion of using such a bizarre material in this matter. Oh, did I not forget I was from Ishgard? Well, Gridania is in actual fact my second home. My native land was once famous for its chocobo stables. No man in Eorzea could speak of the creatures without his thoughts turning naturally to Ishgard. Sadly, however, that time has passed. Okay, bye. I left my homeland to accept employment here at the ranch, instructing others in the methods of chocobo husbandry. Yet I have found that it is often I who am the recipient of others' instructions. And on the great many matters, truly, one can never know what life may hold in store. Alright, I think we got something good enough, so... Alright, these boots are good. Another goddamn adventure, desperate to stick his nose in everyone's business, is it? Then seek out the groundskeeper of the Tamtara Deepcroft. You'll find him in a shack just outside the entrance, as the hermit is all too happy to live close to his work. When last I patrolled that area, I could hear him swearing inside his shack up from this road. I know not what vexes the man, but I suspect he'll welcome your presence more than I. Okay, lady. Mark that one down. Actually, we're gonna go over here. Hi, Blasphemous. How you doing? Good evening to you, sir. What can I... Ah, you wish to know about the auctions. Very well. Allow me to explain. Where is Guild Wars 2? Where the fuck... This is actually how I normally look. A good evening to you, sir. What can I... Ah, you wish to know about the auctions. Very well. Allow me to explain. There is a growing concern that our immigration policies may have been a tad restrictive in the past. And so the Seedseer Council and the Order of Twin Adder have, with the blessings of the elementals, decreed that the lavender beds be set aside for adventurers. Adventurers who possess the necessary funds to purchase and maintain their estate status. Should you look upon the beds with your own eyes, though, I think you'll agree that is well worth the price. Think I got that kind of money? Have a word with the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you across. A recruit stationed at the pier can tell you more about the beds once you've arrived. Thank you, Mako, for the resub. Ah, perfect. We're just in time to help deliver some goods that arrived not moments ago. Allow me to double-check my manifest. Now listen carefully. Take the suit of plate mail to Daranmar. I'll go back. Right now, where's Pancake? Pancake was an April Fool's joke. This is how I normally am. Sorry to deceive. Actually, hold on. I got something better. Give me a moment. Oh, we'll bring Pancake. Okay, bye. I can't with this anymore. Okay, you don't get Pancake then. I was gonna make the Pancake a pet. Pedro, Okay, 1 second. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Okay, pancake. Okay, go there. I don't remember crepes. Well, crepes are kind of pancakes. They're kind of pancakes. They're like very thin pancakes. Okay. There we go. Come on, pen. Right. You can sit here. Pancake is a thick boy. I was trying to put it on my head. It doesn't want to stick to my head. Oh, wait. There we go. All right. Pancakes. That better for you? Is that good? Thank you for hype train, by the way. And since you are new to my fairly new to my channel, I sometimes play Final Fantasy XIV, especially right now. I did a donathon that ended last week, and one of them was to we hit all my goals. One of the goals was chat had to change my job, and so my job has been changed to a ranger / bard. So here we are, leveling. I should honestly bring all the pets out. I forgot to put on my sprout. Maybe we should put the sprout. No, can we? We'll put the sprout in between the booba. That's what we're gonna do. Sprout. There we go. We got sprout. Sprout. Put the sprout here. Growing out of the booba. You like that, chat? You like that? FF14 in a nutshell, yep.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Allow me to double check my manifest. Now listen carefully. Take the seat of plate mail to Daramert. He's the guard you see right over there. The Muntoy beans along to Keelie. And the smoked crayfish balls to my friend Berth here. That's it for this load. Okay, thanks. A strapping adventurer like you should barely work up a sweat, am I right? The cargo you're looking for hasn't moved since they unloaded it at the end of the pier. Much obliged. You're welcome, I guess. You seem a capable sort. Would you mind running? No! Don't put me in jail! Thanks, Rich One. Not jail. Damn it. You seem a capable sort.
Don't let your kids what's it?
Thanks, Robbie.
Now look, Buster, let us have an understanding.
Oh yeah, I forgot to reactivate those.
Brother, what a way to run a railroad. Now then, as I was saying...
Some of these came from something called Tangia, so I was like, I'm putting those there. They're funny. I have some other ones that I put myself, though. You seem capable because I'm a new player, you know? I'm a sproutling. Can't even fish. You can't fish? Is fishing not working? Fishing's on. Mako just fished because they reactivated their sub. Hold on. Fishing borked again. Oh, huh. One sec, chat. I don't recall deactivating fishing. Oh, I think the mods deactivated it. I think that's what's going on. Blame the mods. Mods, can you reactivate fishing, please? Because I don't know where the command is. If somebody can do that, that would be great. Mods Fish Simulator 2026. Yeah, Mako, you're a mod. Reactivate fishing. Actually, they don't mod enough. I keep forgetting where that's deactivated. It's like under mod controls. You seem a capable sort. Would you mind running over to Lilystone and retrieving my favorite fishing rod for me? It's on. Okay, thank you both. I was happily dropping a line into the water, you see, when I suddenly noticed some ghostly sphere of fire bearing down upon me from behind. In a blind panic, I twisted around and flung my rod at the apparition, before fleeing back here to the planks. I dimly remember the rod passing straight through those unnatural flames and hitting the side of the tent I set up the afternoon naps. It's probably still there, but I can't bring myself to... You'll go in my stead? Oh, thank you. Alright, we got some plate mail. Some beans. Some balls. One, two, three. No, this won't do at all. I'm sure I heard Waltho mention the shipment had... here's your balls. Oh, why thank you very much. It would have been a short afternoon of fishing if this bait hadn't arrived. You have something for me? What is... Ah, my new plate mill. And what would a wood whaler want with metal armor, you ask? Let's just say, after a number of engagements with the Garlean heavy infantry, my mind has been open to the protection such steel encasements can provide. They should be here by now. God, that's me waiting for my shit. Are these the Montoy beans? Praise the matron! It's my job to pick up provisions from the pier and deliver them to the settlements in the area, but I couldn't leave without the beans. Now I can finish loading up my cart and be on my way. Thank you for your help. I delivered the beans.
All done then? Excellent work. Swift and sure, adventurers are such handy individuals to have around. If we leave cargo piled up on the pier, the next crew has no room to unload their shipment, you see. It can be backbreaking work, but someone has to do it. Yeah. Pants, more pants. Can I interest you in another job? All the beans. God, Panzer. Oh my god. Can I interest you in another job? This one will ask a little more of your skills, I promise. What I need is for you to swat some of those hornet swarms you see buzzing around the place and collect their husks. About 4 bags worth should be enough. What am I going to do with a pile of dead Vilkin? Well, the sooner you give them to me, the sooner you'll find out. You want dead bugs, or, well, that's your prerogative, I guess. Can I go to the lavender beds, please? Alright, I remember this was kind of a pain in the ass. Alright, I think we just... Wasn't there one that was like Snoo or something? Yo, there's one that's up for 3 million gil. Who's in? Let's go. Oh, that might have been my main server. No, actually. I have a main character that's still on vanilla. We're getting to the first expansion. This is just my character for, this server. I started an account, like, 10 years ago, almost. But couldn't get into the game. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Lavender Beds. Oh, you come at the behest of the Gridanian woman? I regret to inform you that these plots are reserved for adventurers. Your friend will not be permitted to take part in the auctions. You, on the other hand, would be more than welcome to participate. Should you have a mind to purchase a plot for yourself, pray speak with the resident caretaker. He can guide you through the process. Where's this person I'm talking to? Oh, I gotta go back. Okay. Send me back. Okay, I got it all the way back there. There's the hornets. We're gonna crush my enemies.
New slugs. I'm kind of missing my white mage's jump forward. I like that move. Where are all the buggies? Oh, they're there. All right, we got that, honey. You have the husk? Good, good. Hand them over then. These are perfect. Hope they didn't sting you too terribly. Now all we do is take some bottles of liquor and squeeze these beauties inside like so. And there we have it, a fresh batch of my special sting brew. The ranchers of Bent Branch Meadows put it in order for a bottle of quite some time ago, but gathering those husks is always such a chore. Speaking of chores, would you mind taking this to them as soon as you're able? The last year after goes by the name of Margalt. Give her the sting brew along with my regards. Oh, and apologize for the delay, would you? I guess... which way do we want to go? Alright. Chokeboat time. Dum ba da dum bum 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 ba da 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 dum ba. Something's still chasing me. I don't know. Alright. Okay, we got the fishing rod. Did you find my fishing rod? Yup. Yes, this is it. Thank Nafika you came along. I just can't fish with anything else. The Vilekin and such around here pose no threat to me, but those flames, I've never seen the like. I wonder if I will ever build up the courage to fish in Lilystone again. I believe in you. I think you can do it. We did it! Alright. Do. After a bit of work, are you? I have a task that needs doing. Take these Nymea lilies and leave them at the top of each burrow. You've doubtlessly seen the bones return to life by foul magic, shambling around and harassing their surviving comrades. It hurts me soul to see it, adventurer. I cannot abide such blasphemy. 'Tis me hope that these lilies soothe their spirits and help them return to the matron's bosom. See me when you're finished. Alright. We've got some angry scorpion guys. Oh, I see him. Here you go. That one looks a little angry. That one is also angry. Yes, I lived in Arizona. Swear to God, that made like a Pac-Man sound. All right, let me put the flowers down. You have done holy work this eve, lad. I cannot fathom what could drive the dead to rise up and seek to do us harm, but I pray that this helps put an end to it. May the matron watch over and keep you safe. Okay, shoes, please. Thank you. I keep hitting the wrong button. I heard it, or at least the resemblance, yeah. Okay. Ooh, bandana. You must be desperate for work indeed, if you would speak with me a second time. Either that, or you never learn to leave well enough alone. But if you're so bloody eager, then there's another job for you. Head on over to the hedge tree and clear out some nests of sapprophagus slugs. All you need to do is sprinkle some of that flat ale on the ground where you find the moist depressions. You should soon to be up in your armpits and slugs. I'll drop Behemoth on them and leave. Alright, Lee, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Don't let any of the buggers slither away, and make sure you find and clear out all 3 nests. Alright, we're gonna do a couple more missions, or at least one more mission before we say goodnight. Here's a moist depression. Ew, those are slugs, all right. That's 2. Oh, I just angered a big flower. I don't think I have enough time to kill it. I mean, I can try. Alright, we got about a quarter down. Congrats on the cage, Linty. Back in the cage you go. What's Bun's house doing there? I could ask you the same thing. What are you doing in Bun's house? Okay, potion, potion. One of these is a potion. We might get this if I don't die. Yeah. I'm bringing tacos to Bun's house. Hell yeah. Shit, we got 1 more minute. Hell yeah, we got it. All right. There we go. This chocobo going fast. Judging by the looks of you, no slug escaped unharmed. I don't suppose you have the faintest notion what the Tamtara Deepcroft is, do you? It's the final resting place of those who perished during the calamity. The slugs you so handily dispatched were feeding on the flowers we had laid there in remembrance of the fallen. The monsters multiplied and food grows scarce.
Perhaps there was naught else for them to feed on, but to see those wreaths disturbed thus was more than I could bear. And now I've said too much. Here, take your reward and leave me be. Okay, lady. Yep. Okay. Hit them all with a maraca. I'm not a bard yet, unfortunately. Okay, yes, this is where we're gonna leave things for the evening. It is that time of night. Yes, yes, yes. So yes. Thank you everybody for joining me today. As always, I greatly appreciate it. Like I said earlier, there will be no streams next week because we've got Mama Kitsune and I'm going to go visit Linty afterwards. So we will be back on, hold on, calendar. I'm gonna put a schedule on Sunday. I'm gonna put a new schedule on Sunday at least. For said thing. I'll be back on the 15th. I will be back on the 15th. So, yeah. Anyways, that being said, if you're new to my stream, hello and welcome. I usually stream throughout the week. Just next week, I'm going to be on a little bit of vacation. But you can check out my schedule. I post a new schedule every Sunday with what we're tentatively doing throughout the week. And all that fun stuff. In the meantime, we're going to go right out. We're going to go say hello. So I am going to enjoy the visit with Linty. We're going to go get tacos. Do weeb shit. Tacos. In the meantime, we're gonna go right out. So we're gonna go say hello to we're gonna go say hi to Liz. She is playing Final Fantasy V. Get tacos, make twinks kiss, just girly things. Exactly. Bull knows what's up. Bull knows what's up.
No, we actually never went up. I don't need to. We don't need anything here. We should just be focused on finishing.
Caleb about to eat tacos by using the tortilla as a plate.
Yeah, there's just
honestly,
zone up here.
he'd do that. He would.
Hey.
Anyways, raid message is up in chat. Have a good night, everybody. I will see you all in a week and a half or so. But in the meantime, let's give Liz our love. Love for now. Bye-bye for now.